Alright YouTube, so I just watched episode 4 of Skeleton Crew, loved it, and I will say this episode definitely ended on a surprising note, but I'll also say I really liked this episode because there was a lot more focus on the story and the character development and the characters bonding and all that fun stuff, which I thought this episode was great at being like tying in the story rather than focusing a ton on action, because although there was a little action and it was good, I felt like the story was even better, and it's like one of those episodes that, like, you know, needs to be almost sort of a filler episode, but a filler episode done right. As I was watching it, I made little notes here because I'm a big writer and getting back on my writing grind, so I'll be making notes for other episodes as well. So I'll say that I really liked the new characters. Sorry, just putting my notes down. I really like the new characters they introduced, especially the father and daughter dynamic. Sorry, tongue twister there. Of the characters on the new planet, which appear to be at Aten, but it wasn't at Aten, it was another planet, and in the end they're looking for the coordinates for Aten, and I'm really enjoying this journey of the 4 kids on their way home, especially of John, who's Jude Law's character, and I finally revealed his name because I said I wasn't going to mention in the next episode, but John definitely had an interesting dynamic because in the end he sort of gave himself a heroic mini redemption, because although he was sort of double-crossed the kids a little bit, he was able to make up for it when he delivered the beasts back to the people on that planet. Yeah, it's a long episode summary, so we'll get into that in a moment. And the characters and the new characters introduced living on this planet are in terrible condition. They're at war and at raids, and it's really sad for these characters. And Neo gives good perspective on what his planet is like. And I know one of the characters whose name I'm blanking, but the other main character who's like humanoid and boy, he says always all the time how boring his planet is, and I think Neo kind of will eventually get into how, like, you know, sometimes boring is a good thing in terms of the planet's peace. And I'll say that the young kid does remind me of myself when I was a youngling and a young kid playing and pretending to be Star Wars, because it's the point where he's swinging the stick around pretending it's a lightsaber, and I certainly did that as a kid. So I don't expect to see the new characters, especially the father and daughter who were introduced in this episode later on in the series, but the reason I don't expect to see them is not because they died. They didn't die, at least not as far as I know. But I felt like they kind of served their purpose well, and for the episode, and there are many episodes, maybe they'll come back in the final episode, maybe in season 2. I don't know. I haven't read anything past episodes. I'm just enjoying the series as I go. And as for the plot ending and the plot twist, it was that the droid who has been helping the heroes eventually he betrays them, and we realize why he erased the coordinates to Aten, which was very upsetting for Fern and the other cyborg girl and the other 2 characters as well, of course, but especially for Fern, or Captain Fern. But he's about to kill her, and he's got like his robot arms extending, and he's put in like destruct or kill the enemy mode, whatever you want to call that. And you know, Neo throws rocks and is heroic and brave, but then again, then afterwards, Jude Law's character, why am I still saying that? John turns the robot off, the robot collapses, but it was definitely interesting to see that the robot's character was ordered to kill anyone who had the coordinates of Aten, and along with the crew of his old captain. And I'm really curious to learn about the old crew of the droid, and I'm loving this series. Can't wait to make episode 5 review, but this has been episode 4. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.